This conference will now be recorded.
Right. Now, today's topic would be data types. Okay. So in any kind of coding language, if you want to start, if you start to learn about the like any kind of coding language or any kind of programming language, so the first and foremost thing would be data types. Okay. Without understanding a data type, you cannot do any uh, kind of like a data operations, you can say. Okay, so in this scenario, let's understand what kind of data types is there in the programming language, and when it comes to CRM technology or Dynamic 365 application, what kind of data types are there? Okay, right. Now, coming to programming or generic data types, what are the things are there? Let's understand. Let's say string. What is a string? It's like a text value. It will be a combination of characters and a numeric value. First thing, numeric. Or you can call it as the integers, floating, decimal value. So a numeric is also one of the data type. Coming to numeric, Boolean. Okay. So Boolean is like a plus or minus, uh, true or false kind of thing. If it is a yes or if it is a no, something like that. Coming to date data type, you have seen, let's say a date also one of the uh, format of the data type, right? And coming to what else is there? Anyone have idea? Right. So I'll consider, as of now we know this things is there. Now what does it mean, data type? Basically the type of data which we are going to accept, we call it as a data type. Okay. Now if you see, when we talk about the metadata, we understand when the column name is name, which means that we need to enter alphanumeric characters. It will be like something XYZ 123 or XYZ2. But when it comes to age metadata, it will accept only numeric characters. Okay. And when it comes to date of birth, it would be a predefined or defined a format of the date, right? So now when you think about preparing a table concept, you need to think about the data type and column name, right? So now when you are creating a column for any kind of table, when you are creating a field for any kind of entity, you need to be aware of what is the name of the field and what is the data type of that field. Okay, these two things should be in a sync so that we will be aware of what kind of data we are going to insert it. For example, you have given a date of birth as a name and you have given it as a string value or let's say integer value. So it doesn't make sense because you need to have a proper format for the date of birth, and you have given a age and which will be accepting like characters as well. So it's not like that. So data type and data type is a must value, and remember this is the background stuff. Okay, front end you will be seeing the visualization of that, but in the database level how the data is going to be stored will matter for the data type. Okay, now coming to CRM technology, what kind of data types are there? Let's understand. Now what I'll do, I have opened the application. I clicked on advanced settings. It opened the settings. I came to solution. This is the navigation, like what we will go in every day. Open the solution. Now to show you different data types, what I'll do, I'll play with one entity. But whenever a real-time requirement comes, I will use the specific entity. Okay. Now coming to entity fields. To understand data types, we will be creating a fields. Okay. Let's see what are the data types are available. Now I'll create a new. We have not started a field topic yet. First understand what are the data types are there, then we'll come into the field creation again, right? Now coming to, you see there are different data types are there. Let's take a screenshot of this first. Now we will segregate these data types into these generic data type. Okay, let's see. Now first thing would be single line of text. So which means that it is going to accept string characters. So, and let me go here. Let me create a demo text field, and we will discuss all these things a little bit later. Now I have selected data type as single line of text. Keep it aside field type. I'm not going to talk about right now. Now, when it comes to single line of text data type, you will be having a specific formats. Okay, you see email, text, text area, URL, ticker symbol, phone, JSON. JSON is a new implementation, new format, which we are unable to find out why exactly how it is going to used. But it's like a similar like how the text field is there. Okay. Now, whenever you create a text field, how it looks like in the front end, and whenever you select a different formats, how it looks like. Let's see. I'll open the patient record. Let's say something Madhavi. Now, if I select a text field, the data type is a text and format is email. This is one of that. Now, example at the rate of email.com. Now you see whenever I select the format in the front end side, this is how it looks like. When you save this one, this is the text field and it is the email format. Okay, now it will have a functionality in the background. Whenever I click on something, so it will open sending a email. Okay, if you have an integration with that, with proper setup, it will directly simply create an email and it will send that one. So that is the functionality of email format. And when you try to give a normal data, it will throw a validation error saying that you should enter the proper email format. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, phone format. Let me document this. Email is one of the format. Phone is one of the format. Now it will accept alphanumeric characters. Why? Phone number is a specific numeric functionality, but why it is accepting? If you see our Indian code +91 space, you see space also is required. Something this value. This is the one of the way that number representation. You see, this is a character. We never know in future there might be a code will come like let's say USA something like that. or something different way. So that's why these people are taking phone number as alphanumeric characters. Now the end of the format functionalities, it will go and connect with like phone call integration if you have. Okay, for example, I'll show you one of the document which I got yesterday. Just to show you, I just downloaded this one. Where is this? Right. Hope you are able to see this document. Now, how this integration will work, like whenever something has been integrated, I'll just show you. You see here, there is a separate setup for the integration. It's a ring central. I'm just giving you an example. These things are there. Now, if I go to, where is this phone call? Phone number. Yeah, you see, this is the number. Whenever you click on this one, this integration will be opened and it will give the phone call to this specific number. That's how a mobile number or email concept will work for let's say communication channel purpose. Similar way, a phone as well, mobile phone. This is a phone format of single line of text data type. Okay, coming to normal text, this is a plain text value. Okay, and another format would be text. Okay, so which is a similar way that how you have seen this first name, last name, nothing will be there in the functionality wise. It's a plain text. Coming to multi-line of text area. Okay, text area is something called some kind of box. You see, this is a box representation of one of the single line of text field, which is a format of text area. This is how the field looks like. Okay, that is a one format. Now another format would be, let's say, URL. Let me come back here and let me see, is there any URL is available here? Scheduling files. Okay, what I'll do, I'll go to one of the account. It might have something. Yeah, you see, where is this? Come on. I just want to show you the how URL looks like. What I'll do, I'll go to advanced find. Basically, to create these kind of fields and show you, it will take a lot of time. That's why which is already there, I'm just showing you. If something is not there already, so then I'll create and I'll show you. So URLs will be there for accounts, which is nothing but organizations. Let's take any one of the account. Right. Now you see, a website is a text, single line of text field, which is a format of URL. Now this is how it looks like. Whenever you click on this one, it will be opening that URL. That's it. Okay. So this is how the a format of URL. Where is this? URL format looks like. Okay. So we have covered email, phone, text, text area URL. Now let's go and see other formats. What are there? Text area URL phone. JSON, I am not going to look at right now. It doesn't have any difference between text and JSON. Maybe I don't know where exactly it will be there. Coming to ticker symbol. Okay, let me put something like ticker symbol. Okay, let's see how it looks like. 7 close. What I'll do, I'll update let me close this. I'll update in the form and let's see how it looks like. And ticker symbol is a very good important question. Simply they'll ask what is a ticker symbol. Okay, so you just have to understand how it looks like. Save. Right. So we have created a field with the data type as a single line of text and we have given a format as ticker symbol. Let's see how it looks like in the front end. Report documents. Now you see, I'm going to enter some data. Save it. Now you see the format, which is like representing some kind of stock market symbol. Okay. Whenever I click on this one, it will go and open the MSN site. This is one of the stock brokering site, I believe. I don't know what exactly it is. It's maybe stock market related stuff. Okay. When we are going to use this kind of field format, if you are working with any kind of organization, and is there any stock market related data that you want to track, that you can create these kind of fields. And let's say this is one of the account data and you have filled, let's say today TCS stock market value, let's say 789 rupees. Okay, save it. Now if you just want to cross verify how the trend is there, now you just simply go ahead and see this one. Okay, this is how it looks like. Okay, MSN site. Okay, so that's a functionality of a ticker symbol. It will just navigate with MSN site when you click on that format. Are you guys following? Any questions so far?
Yeah, fine, Kaushik.
Okay, right. Now coming to another data type. Let's create one more field with the same data type. What makes difference? Now coming to single line of text, you see there is a maximum length. Okay, so let me put how much it will going to take. You see, single line of text data type is going to accept up to 4000 characters only, and it is not going to accept more than that. That is the limitation for single line of text data type, right? So this is one thing that you can ticker symbol. Okay, and this would be 1 to 4,000 characters, right? So this is how the single line of text data type will work with the different formats and different length of characters, which is up to 4,000 only. And you can create how many how much characters it should accept, up to 4,000, right? Right. Now coming to one more data type. So in the screenshot, what are the things is there? You see there is a multi-line of text. Okay, remember these are all will come under the string data type, right? It's a string data type under. Now coming to second data type, it's like a text. Okay, and it doesn't have any kind of format. It's a plain text format, and it's a text area format, and only the difference is the single line of text will accept only 4,000, and the multi-line of text will accept, let's see how many. I think it's 1 million. I'll go and I'll create multi-line of text. You see, starting is a 4,000. If I go and put something like, it will accept, it's a 1 million. Copy this one and put it here as a maximum length. This will accept 4,000. This will accept 1 million characters. That is the difference between single line of text and multi-line of text. But both are string data type only. It will accept alphanumeric characters. Okay, so that is the multi-line of text which will come under the string data type. Okay, now you can think about it, why we have created two data types, and why we don't have only one data type which will accept all these things. Remember, whenever you create a table, whenever you create a column, or whenever you create a entity fields, so which mean that you are creating a certain component in the database, and which will occupy the memory. Okay, for every kind of data type field or column, it will preoccupy some kind of data. So it will accept certain kind of level of data, and it will preserve that memory for that fields. For example, you have 100 GB memory, and or forget about 100 GB, only 1 GB memory, and you are trying to create all our multi-line of text, which will take, let's say, 10 MB for one column. And how many fields you can create? You can create less fields. And if it is accepting, let's say, like a 12 KB, 20 KB something, and with a single line of text, so you will be having less memory occupancy, but the remaining memory you can utilize for other purpose, right? So that is the purpose of, like, we will handle with different data type categorization. Now you have to think about, when you are creating a field, what kind of data is going to come. For example, if I am creating a field with a text value, let's say address details. Address details, mostly it will not take more than like 5 lines of characters, right? 5 lines, more than, it's not like more than that. But when it comes to biodata, okay, it will be like more than 1,000 characters you can give it. Summary, it will be more than 4,000 characters, right? So in that scenario, we will select multi-line of text. Now in the real time, our hospital management, let's say, let's say what do we call discharge summary. You can take this field for discharge summary. Remember this word. So this you have to create in the patient entity with multi-line of text. And if you have seen like any kind of patient is getting discharged, they'll need to get the discharge summary from the doctor. Why the patient is getting discharged, and what is the let's say whether that disease or issue got fixed, or is that guy is giving a suggestion to go for another doctor. Everything they will mention in the discharge summary. Okay. So in this scenario, you can create a multi-line of text field, right? So are you guys following?
Yes.
Okay, so cool. Now we have covered two data types. Let's go for numeric data type. These are the string data type, and let's see other data types. So you have called whole number, floating point number, decimal number, currency. These four will come under the numeric data type. Okay. First thing would be whole number. Second thing, floating point number. Third thing would be decimal number. Fourth would be currency data type. These are the four things will come under the numeric data type. Numeric data type means it will accept the numbers. Okay. Now let's go with numeric character. Demo for whole number, right? Whole number. So field type, keep it aside. Format, duration, time zone, language. So basically for the whole numbers, number formats, we have never used this concept. So even if you want to really go through that one, you just go through where exactly it will be useful. But the whole number purpose will simply use when there is no precision values. Okay. So let me give you an example. 1 is a value, 1.2 is a value, 1.2.33 some value is also one of the value. Okay. So here what makes difference when it comes to high level thing? Okay. So if you want to represent any kind of without precision values, what is your age? It's just simply 23. Okay. You will not like, let's say 23.444 something like that. You will not represent like that, right? So in that scenario, we'll go with whole numbers. But when it comes to calculations of let's say any kind of amount calculation. So you might remember something from Aparachitudu movie, like 5 paisa will be theft by 5 people, and it will be like multiplies with 5 people, and 5 crores or something like it will. When it comes to a big organization, precision value is a very much important thing when they are calculating something. Okay, let's say you might seen some 143 or 142 rupees is deducting from your bank account for ATM transactions. For you it is a 140 rupees. For overall India level, when you calculate, let's say 50 crores of people are there, which having an account in the SBI, assume that. Now when you multiplies with 50 crores, 50 multiplies with 140, it will be like around 700 or 7,000 crores. I don't know, like 700 maybe. Okay, so that much amount they are going to charge for every year only for ATM transaction purpose. That amount they are going to give, they are going to spend to print the ATM, to print the ATM services, and followed by ATM service centers, all these things. Okay, so for in that scenario, if you take a 50 crore rupees, 50 crore people, where let's say if you are deducting 140 rupees, fine. If you are deducting 140.23 paisa, it would be something a difference in a crores only, not like a small amount, right? That's why here, if you are representing any data element without precision, you have to select the whole number. Okay, it will accept only the without precision values. When it comes to floating point number, this would be coming under the this one, and this would be coming under this one. Now what is a floating point and what is a decimal number? Which contain the precision values. Now what is the difference between floating and decimal? Let me put you 3 4 5 6. You see 1 2 3 4 5. 5 character precision will accepted by floating point number. And coming to decimal number, let me put something like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay, it will accept 10 character of precision value. Okay, let me show you that. Now you have selected a whole number which doesn't have a precision. If you select a floating point number, you see precision value, let's say up to 5 characters I can select. You see dot 5 zeros. Now if you are selecting a decimal number, you see up to 10 characters you can select the floating point number. That is the difference between whole number, decimal number, floating point number. Okay, and in the real time scenario, we will mainly use two things. Remember this one. If you are going for any interview, just a simple thing. Are you going to select the floating point number? Or are you going to select the decimal number? We will mainly go with the decimal only if it is a precision value. Remember that. So these two are the major things which we will go for. It depends on precision is available or not available. That is the only difference. Okay. Now coming to maximum minimum value. Now you can take the numbers based on field selection. So this is the minimum and this is the maximum. Remember here, numeric characters or numeric data types will accept the negative values as well. Okay, so you can open your postpaid Airtel account or any kind of postpaid account. Okay, if you paid amount early and your like bill amount will show it as a minus value, which means that already you have some amount which will be like you don't need to pay anything. That's why it will be in a minus mode. And if there is any bill amount which you have to pay, that will be in a without minus, which means that you have to pay that one. So to show such kind of things, so you can use minus values as well. Okay, for example, let me take a real-time scenario. Discharge. Okay, we'll come back here. Currency in this one. Now, if you are showing any kind of that kind of integer or decimal number which will accept, which will required for minus values also, you can use the decimal number with minus or whole number with minus min values. Okay, that is the difference here. Okay. Coming to currency. Currency, I don't want to discuss right now. I'll keep it aside. Okay. So tomorrow with the fresh mind, I would like to start currency. Currency have a tricky thing which we need to explain properly. Before that, what I'll do, I'll go with a Boolean value. I'll mark it in yellow color so that tomorrow with fresh we'll start that one. Let's go with the Boolean value. Okay. Boolean is nothing but two options. Okay. Anything like yes or no, true or false, agreed, disagreed. You see, any kind of positive, negative, only two options are there. That's why that will be coming under the Boolean field value, which will have a no or yes. And background values for that is select the no, edit it. It will be a 0 for no and 1 for yes. Okay. Now, if you see in the front end side, how it looks like. You see here, these are all, forget about contact method, email. This is one of the Boolean field. Allow, do not allow. Follow, unfollow. Something like these are the fields which will be like used for something like taking a decision, yes or no, something like that. The background data type is Boolean type. That is nothing but two options. Okay. Now two options is will come under the Boolean field and it will have a true or false or yes or no. Now when it comes to yes, it would be 1, and when it comes to no, it would be 0. Okay. This is the important thing which you need to understand. Whenever you are writing a code for this one, like it will be like a true or false, it will come as. We will see in the coding part, but right now these are the values which will be available when you assign the Boolean values to field. Okay, right. I think that's it for today, and we'll continue with the currency. Once you understand the currency, then we'll see the other topics. Okay. Any questions so far?